Hey everybody, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. Let's get started on the cover. Hey, welcome back everyone. Welcome new subscribers. Thanks to all of you for your continued support, whether you're here for books or crafts. I appreciate each and every one of you. So as I told you guys in the last video, I wanted to actually work on the cover first, and I never work on the cover first. I always just get my book all bound together and I get it decorated, and then I usually have enough inspiration to work on the cover. Well, I think I've got what I want for this, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay, so I think I have the print that I want is this one, and it does actually say the bird's melody. I added that to it, and what I want to do is have an acetate frame. So first thing I did was I went with this lace colored frame that I made. This is 2 layers of lace because it's very porous, but one, I can still see some of the brown in there. If you guys can see that, there's still some brown in there. And putting on the second piece, the second layer, really bled. The glue really bled through. So now I've got a bunch of dark patches and this and that, and I really just didn't like it. I wanted it to work out better, but it didn't. So then I put together this frame. Now, this fabric right here I've had for quite a while, and this is actually a bird fabric. You just can't see the birds. So what my idea was to get this acetate on after I get all the lint and fuzz off, is lay the acetate on the cardboard. Okay, I might have to trim a little bit of that off because there's a little overhang, and I don't want this fabric to I want it to be able to fold properly, so we're going to trim this a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to have the acetate on here and affix that. I'm probably going to use like a double-sided tape, and then we're going to put the bird on top of that. Okay, and then the plan is folding all these sides over, which, like I said, I have to trim the acetate like that, and that will be our framed centerpiece for this. So I am going to trim this up a little bit more, and then we'll move on. Okay, we got a good fit now. So we're going to have to be really careful getting this on as straight as possible. So I'm going to use double-sided tape for that. So let me get my tape. I am unprepared. Again, for normal, I want the thinnest one I have. And we're going to put the strips of tape on there first. And guess what? We've got more rain today, which is kind of a normal right now, where last year we didn't get any of it, and now this year it just keeps going. So yeah, we had rain yesterday too in the morning, and now it just started, and it is 4 o'clock, and we're sitting here on Sunday, so you guys aren't going to see this for a few days. Trying to stay in frame. So we're just going to apply our double-sided tape. I hope everybody's having a good day. My husband and I went out today. We had to go to Sam's. So we did that, and we got some lunch at Chili's. We haven't eaten there in quite some time. Of course, neither one of us could finish our food. You get pretty big portions at Chili's, at least ours. We do. And then after that, since it's Sunday, Hobby Lobby was not open, so we hit Joann. And you guys would not believe, I got 3 paper pads. We get up to the checkout, and she says that's $36 and like 79 cents or something like that. I'm like, did you get all 3 of those? And she says, yeah. Apparently, there was no signs. Apparently, you buy 1 paper pad, you get 1 half price. And then there was a 40% discount as well. So I was like, okay. But I wanted to make sure, you know, that we were charged properly, because we were expecting, they're like $20 a piece. We're expecting $60 to $70, and it was $36. I could not believe that. Okay, we're gonna pull this off. You guys can use glue for this, but I really kind of trust the tape better with the acetate. And it's really easy to use, so sometimes it can give you a hard time pulling the strips off, but other than that, it's pretty easy. So now we're going to get this acetate window on here, hopefully as straight as I can possibly get it. And there's a glare from the window, so I'm hoping that it got on there straight enough and it's not going to infringe on my fabric. I think it's going to work. I think I got it on there relatively straight. That is always a good thing. Okay, so there's that. Next we want to put on our picture, and I cut this to the position that I want it on the frame. So keeping my fingers crossed. I think for this I'm going to use my art glitter glue, because this fabric is also going to go over top of it, so it should be fine. I hope. We're going to go to the farthest edge because I don't want it to squish underneath and get in the window. I mean, I know it dries clear, but we're just going to try and keep it to the outer edges. Okay, let's hope for the best on this as well. I can see this better though because it's white. The clear stuff is really hard to tell if you're going on properly. Make sure that, I just wanted to make sure my bird's nose is in the right spot. And there is that. So that's what we've got, you guys. I just wanted to make sure his beak was in there. I don't know, that's probably like glaring in the camera, and I don't want it to. I want you guys to be able to see it without the glare. Okay, so now we are going to put the fabric down. Just want to make sure that our fabric is going to go on there okay. So we're going to use our Fabri-Tac now, and we're just going to put a line of glue all the way around the edges. And my Fabri-Tac bottle is playing nice right now. And that's always a good thing. Okay, so now we're going to get this, we're going to do these sides up first. And we're going to try and make sure everything gets tucked in where it's supposed to tuck. Try and stay in frame at the same time. And so now for this one, we got to get these sides tucked. I got to pull it towards me, you guys. You probably won't see this part. But I gotta fold those down so that we don't have bits poking that we don't want to poke. Like, it is a little bit right there. That's okay. I think I can snip that part. Okay, so let's do that again. Just get those sides tucked in and then fold it down. Okay, we need a little bit in that spot. Okay, we need a little bit here as well. Okay. I think the other one, I think this one escaped. So let me see if I can, well, it's not going to come up. And you know what? I bet I can just put a dab of glue there and make sure that it stays down there. Okay. See, that one is really sticking out there. This is why I usually don't like to, can I pull that up? Yes, I can. Let's get that tucked inside. Let's put some more glue there first. That's why I don't like to cut the corners of the fabric when I'm doing covers. Because you can always get those little tufts if you don't get it done right. That's a little bit better. Okay, so that is going to go on the front cover. So it'll look something like this. And of course we're going to have lace, I'm thinking, for here. Lace or fabric, we'll figure that out. Now I'm just asking myself if I like it. I actually think it's okay. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think of this. Okay, so that's going to be on there. Now I've got some stuff here that I want to add to it. So I've been working on some die cuts. And I got this blue one right here. And I'm really wanting to put that on the cover, but it covers that, or going this way, it does the same thing. It covers up the Bird's Melody words. I've got this other one right here. Hold on a second. I got a smaller one. If I have to die cut another smaller one, I will. But this one I like as well, and it wouldn't cover up anything. I could even take the stem off and move it down here for this side. And I kind of like that as well. So, what do I want to do with that? It's getting really dark out there again, you guys. This weather is crazy this year. You go from last year where there was nothing, and now we've got all this. So, I really like the color of that. And then I really like the shape of this one, but it's just not going to work because I put the Bird's Melody. And this too would hang, it'd have to be all the way over here because I wouldn't want it to hang off. Because there's, you know, this is, you know, thick here, and to do it like this, you'd have to have this, you know, glued down weird. And I don't really want to do that either. So I think we're going to stick with this one. And it's going to go either like that or up higher like this. That's the choice I have to make next. Now, what I also have for this is I made this little lace and fabric bow that I was thinking of putting at the bottom of this frame. And I was thinking of attaching, I have this cute little, it's like confetti, little stars in there. And I was thinking of taking some of this string that I used for doing the bow and maybe stringing this through the hole here. Whoops, well, it was in there. Stringing this through the hole and then maybe tying it up around the button really tight to hang off the cover like this. I don't want to go ahead and tie it all and then decide not to. I gotta get it to a spot where I'm not sure about that bow. Was it too big maybe? Maybe it's too big of a bow. I don't know. It might be too big of a bow. The first one I did was even bigger than that. And see, this would just be tighter than that. And it would just be, you know, like hanging off the bow like this. Like in and of itself, it's cute. I just don't know if I want it on here. Oh, I hate trying to make these decisions. So yeah, we can get it right behind that button and tie it. So it would hang on there like that. I don't know if I like the bow though. I kind of think it's too big. This I do like. I do like this on there. I just don't know if I want it here. I think I like it like this. I think that's how I like it. Maybe turn it just a little bit more so all of this could be glued on here. I really don't like making these decisions. It's so hard sometimes. So this I know for sure. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to snip this end off. And then we're going to just glue it on. So we're going to use Fabri-Tac because, oh, and there's the other side of it. It was a double-sided, whatever I used to cut it out. I don't remember now. This side goes really well with the colors of the cover, doesn't it? Except it gets to being white up there, and I don't like that part. So we're going to get, this is not going to be easy with this glue. Oh, we've already got a plug on there. Did I get you? I think so. So let's get our glue on there because I am gluing it onto fabric. See if we can get it in the spot we wanted it. Okay. So there is that. At least that part was a success. And I could make up my mind. And we need to cut that. That part should probably have been glued down too. Let's see if I can raise this up and put a dab of glue on the little edges of it. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. There we go. And that's going to go on there. And I also have, I got some new of the corners that glue. And I was thinking maybe, geez, these are bent up. Well, there's not enough space for that. I wanted there to be enough space for this to sit on there. Like this. It does not want to move. Like this. But there's not enough space, and that won't fit unless I do this on two corners of it. Like do one on this corner, and good grief, these are bent. And then this one on this corner. I do like that. If we can get those to glue down on there. I like that. Or do we want to keep it more that grungier look and go with these antique ones? Is that an even different? Oh, it is. It's an antique. There's an antique gold as well. I think I like the antique gold the best. And that would go on there like that. I like that. I do. Better than the silver. I think that's just too bright for the grungier look. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's see if I can get this one in the right shape to actually glue on there. We don't really need corner protectors on these outer corners. Okay, that's what I'm going to do there. So let's do that. I'm just getting just most of the edges. You guys hear the thunder? It's thundering again. We will all be thankful for this here in Texas when summer gets here and we don't get any rain. Did we get that up there right? Yeah. Okay. Let's get this one. Yeah, last summer, a lot of the farmers out here lost their crops. I know just down at the end of our street where we live, there was 3 full fields of corn, and all of it died. It was really sad, but you know, my husband's like, well, they got insurance on that stuff. But still, you know, that's a lot of work. It just gives you a new respect for farmers. And the Texas heat really can wreak havoc for the farmers. Okay, if you guys have a silicone spatula, the glue does not stick to it for some reason. And you can push it down with that, because if you're going to use your fingers, you're going to keep having to pull your fingers off, and sometimes your on doing what you're trying to do. Okay, so there's the topper. And I think that's what we're going to go with because I like it. What do you guys think of it? Y'all can let me know that down in the comments, but I think we're going to glue it down. We're going to call it good. And then we'll dress it up a little bit more when we put the fabric on the spine, which may or may not be. It might be this fabric, and then I'm going to put a lace, like a crocheted tannish color trim on it. We want to get this stuck down really good. Okay. I think we're good. And now we're going to make sure it is on there straight, which is why I like Fabri-Tac, because I can't go by this edge. I'm going by the outside edge and the top and bottom. And I think we've got it on there fairly straight, unless I want to come this way a little bit to give myself a little more room for the fabric to go on the outside. And there it is, you guys. The trim I'm thinking of might be too wide, but this is like my favorite crochet trim. And this is what I'm thinking would go on there. If we would have room for that. We may not have room because it might be too wide, and I don't want the image to be on top of it, so that might be too wide. I may have to find something a little thinner to put on there. On this part, I'm thinking about maybe using the same fabric to put on the spine, but that will be after the signatures are sewn in, because I don't like the strings to show. And you're probably saying, why did you put the collage it then? Well, the reason I collaged it is because this fabric that I'm using is not really thick, and then you would just see that brown and give it a dull look. So this helps take away from that. Unless I would decide, if I would decide to sew my signatures into its own spine and then glue it in. That's an idea too. So then I wouldn't have to cover this up, and it could stay like that. I will decide all that when it comes time for doing our signatures. But there it is, you guys. I really like it. I like it a lot. And then I think I'm going to just have a trim. Some kind of trim. I really wanted it to be this trim. But it's too wide. I do have another cream color one that might work. I mean, I could do this. I could put this, glue this on to the edge where I want it. Like I want it like this. I could glue it on, and then I could just trim the edge side, as long as it doesn't get into the holes. Unless this can go a little more over. I wonder if I can scoot that a little bit more over. Nope, it's not budging now. So I'll see what else I can find for that, if anything, and I'll decide on if I want to cover this or not, because I didn't get that far in the process of planning this journal. So I got it planned out to this point, really. But I do like it. I do like it. Maybe it doesn't need anything, except I just don't like this part. If I would have kept that straighter, it wouldn't have been as bad. But yeah, I definitely got to put something right here. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think of the topper for this journal. If you liked it, if I should make a smaller bow, any of that stuff. Let me know that down in the comments, and we'll see what we can do with that. But that's what we've got today, you guys. Next time, we will be working on the inside here, getting the ribbon in and situated to where I want it, and get that all put together. So that will be the next video. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.